When a new game is released, the very first thing a speedrunner likes to do is to discover skips, glitches, and exploits. These discoveries are sometimes found when speedrunners experiment with the game's mechanics while exploring as much of the game as possible. Unfortunately, not all discoveries allow us to progress through a game faster. Game developers, both big and small, try to be sneaky and think ahead while developing their games, making it if someone skipped a part of their game, they would make it impossible for them to progress. Pokemon Arceus is a very good example. A skip was discovered that would allow you to skip the How to Catch a Pokemon tutorial, which would save up to 7 minutes. All you do is climb this rock and walk around the cutscene trigger with Professor Laventon. It's great that we were able to skip the tutorial, but is that a good thing? Unfortunately, no. If the cutscene trigger for the tutorial wasn't activated, the cutscene trigger for Commander Kamado wouldn't spawn, and you won't be able to progress. The devs thought ahead and made it to where you're forced to do the tutorial to progress. There is so much more about this game that the devs thought ahead with, but if you want to learn about that, check out Abasoft's recent video on Pokemon Arceus. Indie devs are no different with their games. In a game called Unsighted, there's a skip that could allow you to skip the whole game. Before I get to the skip, I'm going to mention something about the game. First off, Unsighted is a 2D roguelike, and is one of those games that takes place in a huge city with multiple areas to explore. Normally, you're supposed to explore 5 dungeons in the city and acquire 5 special shards that'll allow you to destroy the barrier to the final dungeon, and also harm the final boss. Now the skip. Speedrunners found out you could clip through the barrier here. The skip is very simple to do. Just shoot a telehook, then quickly spin attack towards the barrier. And after you do the skip, dialogue comes up about the skip you just did. In this dialogue, your little robot companion, Iris, explained to you that you would still need the shards to beat the game. The developers knew that speedrunners would try to find a way to skip going through the dungeons and implemented this dialogue as a joke. Who remembers this horror classic? Back in the day, Shadow Man was one of the best horror games made. Speedrunners found some pretty incredible skips in this game. The biggest skip was the piston skip. By going to the left corner of the piston and standing next to it, you can roll upward onto the piston and make your way to Legion, without having to defeat the 5 to turn off the engine. Now, a studio named Night Dive remastered this incredible classic, but they sadly kept in mind what speedrunners did to skip the piston. They knew that speedrunners would find a way to skip it again in the remastered. So to keep them from beating the game without defeating the 5, they blocked off the path to Legion. Night Dive didn't want speedrunners skipping the whole game in the remastered like they did with the original. What are some games that y'all know of that has devs that does this kind of stuff with their games? Please share it with me in the comments. Thanks for watching the video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and share it with friends and family. I'd be greatly appreciated. And if you want to see more speedrunning content, then please subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Keep gaming fast, my friends.